President Trump turning up the heat on crime in D.C., and the numbers are speaking for themselves. For the past 11 days, there has not been a single murder in our nation's capital. Police have racked up over 1,000 arrests, and 49 homeless encampments have been cleared. Now the president's looking to keep that momentum going. He just signed an executive order to stop the revolving door of repeat offenders, taking direct aim at cashless bail.
The top 25 cities for crime, just about every one of those cities is run by Democrats. And you know, one of the bad things they did, cashless bail, if you look back on time, when they allowed a murderer out that afternoon, you know, he'd kill somebody and then a couple of hours later he's walking the streets again, oftentimes killing again rapidly. Cashless bail is a disaster.
And it could be coming to a city near you. President Trump sees the D.C. crime crackdown as a successful model for other blue cities. And earlier, he threatened Chicago that it could be next.
I have some slob like Pritzker criticizing us before we even go there. I made the statement that next should be Chicago because, as you all know, Chicago is a killing field right now.
Guys now in D.C. are carrying, I think, 9mm and M4 rifles, and they're letting the police go into the bad neighborhoods and get the bad guys. That's not controversial. That's like what happens when you usually have a strike force come in and take scalps. The New York Post had some crazy examples of some of these people that got off on bail. They had 2 convicted killers arrested in Greenwich Village, down where my friend Harold Ford Jr. lives. They were trafficking drugs in the park and they let him out for free. Or they have a pickpocket guy. He's been busted 45 times.
Oh my
45 times. And he just gets let out every time. They arrested a Tren de Agua gang member. Dana, am I saying that correctly?
Yes,
Tren
it sounds
de
very
Agua.
good. Very good.
Wanted for homicide. They arrested him, no bail. So that's just crazy, and everybody agrees. They're saying this is not a top issue. Crime was a top issue in November. Crime was a bigger issue than foreign affairs and the deficit. A majority of the crime is black on black. And I don't hear any black leaders, besides Harold Ford, Tyrus, and myself, talking about the need to reduce crime in these neighborhoods. Where is Barack Obama? Homicides exploded under Joe Biden in his home city of Chicago, not Honolulu, Chicago. And he didn't say a word. It went from 600, 700, 800. Barack said nothing. What about Al Sharpton? Al Sharpton was sitting cross-legged at Martha's Vineyard next to Joy Reid the other day. He never talks about black-on-black crime. Donald Trump should win an NAACP Image Award if he can clean up. Don't laugh. If he could clean up these black communities, because it is a real problem, he can put it next to the Nobel Peace Prize.